Hey guys, Diaboard Disaster here, coming at you with another deck profile. A little bit ago I showed you guys that I got, I think, 301 with my SetCon list. So I'm going to show you my updated list. Now it's a couple cards different from what I used at that tournament, but I'll go over the differences when we get to it. We're still going to be on the Upamon eggs. I feel like this is just the best one. It's a better controlled draw. Obviously Viximon does work too, but I don't like committing my rookies very early in this deck. I like waiting to hold them back until I'm ready to just like use Salamon or just use the draw, or if I need to, like I said, it's a conservative thing. And then we are on 4 Magna Angemon. We got our 4th Altart finally. And then we are on 3 Harrismon and 2 Salamon. So this is just our good, solid yellow package. Nothing really to say about this. Just a, recover. And then for our non-yellows, we're on 3 Death X. I understand this is a bit on the price point, so, but you gotta have it. It's SetCon. You have to have your outs for stuff, and this is like your easiest out to wide boards. We're on 1 Avenge Kidmon, because we have actually a way to never deck out, pretty much, in this deck. Provided, a few things go right. We're also on 2 of the Royal Knights Gallantmon from BT13. This card is, like, I've been waiting for this, for, like, a card like this to play in SetCon for a while, and all it is just a good rusher that just, it controls the board. And with how big he is, he's actually kind of hard for some decks to clear easily. So, like, this card can last on the board multiple turns and just keep gaining advantage. And then lastly, our little win button is 1 Gallantmon Crimson mode. Now, this was not in the deck when I played in that tournament. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find one locally since, but I did find one in the store's binder right after the tournament. So I picked it up. It's, it's been in here ever since. It's a great card. And because of Gallantmon having Rush, you can do a handful of things here. Like, you can, basically, if they don't clear this or the Avenge Kid, this threatens to just usually win the game on the spot. Especially since, SetCon does take a while to clear, so decks go through a lot of their own deck to win the game. Obviously, that gives both this Gallantmon and the Crimson mode their effects, so it was just like an auto-include. Plus, a lot of times SetCon goes into time against slower players and slower decks, so, like, having a card that helps you swing the matchup in your favor, like, instantly, so that way you don't have to worry about sitting through potentially 3 games at 45 minutes. It helps you actually get through quicker. Because otherwise, you'll end up having games where you just get pushed into time, and then because you can't win, you have to draw, and no one likes doing that. So, for Tamers, now this was different. I wasn't on Keenan before. I was on the Security Reduction Kari. I'll be quite honest, though, I feel like Kari is a lot less impactful right now, because most of the time when people go to clear your security, they wipe you out in 1 turn. Unless you have 3 of them up, you typically don't, like, steal their turn or more. So I feel like this card actually is a bit better. Keenan activates whenever Digimon's played on the opponent's turn. So, like, say, there's a ton of artifacts that just plop out Digimon right now. Like, the entire Fenrir deck is all about going up into Fenrir, and Fenrir's effect in the end pops out 3 Digimon. Then you can just Keenan and potentially steal their turn from them, because they usually have to go to like 1 to 2 memory on your side with Fenrir in order to do that. So sometimes you can just go right up to 4 or 5 memory and just, oh look, it's my turn, now I have 5 memory and I'm going to wipe your board. So I just feel like the card's better. Also, it helps you dig better, because most of the time people aren't going to have the Tamer option to throw away for its effect, so you're going to only play this for 2 memory and draw a card. So I just feel like the card's better overall. Card quality is better. We're still on 3 Mimi. Good low-cost purple Tamer, lets you get your purple source. Also, it makes your options cheaper. I don't have to explain this. This card's done. Now for our one-ups. We are on a Matt Ishida, so we can pull back purple cards. Obviously, being able to pull back Death X is pretty good. It pulls also back Scythe, Chaos Stag, and another card we'll get to here in a bit when I show you the reason why I like the Avenge Kid. 1 TK. It's not just here for, TK shenanigans, it's also here so we can find our Gallantmon Crimson mode. since we're on only one copy of it, or our Avenge Kid. It's just to make sure we don't end up throwing it into our security on accident. And we're also playing one Kari. She's just good. She's a memory tamer, and then she makes your Scythe and your Magna Angemon plays slightly cheaper. When combined with Mimi's, it just keeps your memory where you want it. We're also on one copy of Takato. This card is actually two-purpose. You play a lot of effects that will delete stuff on your opponent's turn, so you'll get the memory out of this more often than not. But the other purpose here is that if you Digivolve into Gallantmon Crimson mode, you can suspend this to give him Blitz, which will allow Crimson mode to attack immediately, which potentially wins you the game. So, like, it's part of a 3-card combo that allows your Crimson mode to win you the game on the spot. So the Avenge Kid or the Gallantmon, plus the Crimson mode, plus the Takato. And then lastly, we're on 2 Digimon Emperor. I really love this card, especially right now in this format. A lot of decks have to push their rookie out, and that's usually when they go off. So, like, if you put 2 of these up and put them at, like, 2 memory, they can't just do that. They have to they hold back a turn, which obviously helps you, because you can use that turn to recover more security and make it to where they can't just, like, OTK you. That's all for Tamers. And then for our options, we're on the 4 Chaos Degradation, and then for Hell Scythe, this is like your bread and butter of the purple-yellow security control deck. We're also on 4 Holy Wave, so we can just keep up recovery. 2 Tactical Retreat, more recovery. Also, it's a great combo when used with Harrismon. It also helps, if you're playing against Blue Flare, you can use this to remove your stunned Digimon. It also works against now the Grace Nova stuff, where they can suspend lock your dudes. We're on 3 Lonk, and then 1 Reinforced Memory Boost, and 1 Blade of the True. Blade of the True is only really here as just more ways of digging, and early this card can sometimes net you 3 cards, so, 2 memory, draw 3 cards is kind of good. And then we're on 2 Shorts. I love being able to crack go wide boards, and, our format's full of them, so, like, this card's just a no-brainer to include. Lastly, we're playing Lament of Friendship. This is the card that I was referring to when we have an infinite loop with Avenge Kidmon. It lets you pull any Digimon back from your trash, and then it gives a Garurumon Digimon you control a deletion effect. So the last part's not important. The fact that this pulled back any Digimon means it can pull back the Avenge Kid, it can pull back Crimson mode, it can pull back Death X, it can pull back any of my yellow guys. It has so many applications. And that's also the reason why we're on the mat. The mat can pull back a purple option card, which pulls back the Lament, which means the Lament can pull back the Avenge Kidmon, etc., etc. As long as, like, you Avenge Kid and then you put this back into your deck, if this gets deleted, you just use Lament, add it back to your hand, Avenge Kid again, and your deck never runs out. And also, like I said, it's a way of pulling back your Crimson mode, so that way you can, like, if it gets checked in security early, and you're like, oh, I need my Crimson mode to win. Okay, now I just hold Lament, and then I hold, like, my Reinforced Memory Boost until I actually need it, and then you just pop Reinforce, go up by 3, Lament, add back Crimson mode, go into Crimson mode, Blitz, wipe out their security, and kill them. It's just a really good card. It has a lot of applications. I think it's just better than Calling in this deck, because the only targets for Calling in this deck is literally just Death X. And I'd rather have a card that has a bit more utility to it. It also activates in security, so you can just use it to pull back Death X and it doesn't cost you anything going into your opponent's turn, whereas Calling has to go back to your hand when it's checked in security, so it's like a thing. It still costs you 1 memory to effectively get it back, and if you're already at only 1 memory, so it's a little worse. Also, like, you might end up having to pop a Digimon with Calling, whereas I don't like really doing that. But that's our updated SetCon list. I've been trying to keep this up to date pretty much every set, and play it at least once per like format. We're probably going to play it here soon at locals, so we can actually get some testing in against the meta stuff. And good luck, by the way, to everyone going into Nationals here in this upcoming weekend. Hope to see some really cool decks pop up in the top cut. And obviously we have a full format of purple, but, who knows what else will show up. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed that video and want to see more, feel free to click on the most recent video link on the left side of the video, or just go to my channel link and check out all the awesome Digimon content I have for you there. While you're there, smash the subscribe button for me so we can keep the channel going. Also, more content on my TikTok about Digimon news, card releases, and just general rants about the card game, and the occasional random video. Don't forget to answer the question of the week at the bottom of this video, down in the comment section, and as always, have a diabolical day.